Right. I wasn't I'll get to you. Hello, everyone. Unexpectedly, welcome to Talking as a Free Action. So this is the weekly show where the question masters, which are me, scoop people out of their planes. And I'm sorry, I can see Caeren here has just wandered into my dungeon through a door I wasn't aware existed. I'll explain to you, Caeren, as I'm explaining to these people. I'm going to put you through a dungeon, if that's all right. 55 minutes, solving puzzles, answering questions, because we, as the question masters, we care about knowledge and facts. So yes, I once was the Question Lord Triumphant, and then after a battle where I rather lost my head and my wife, and well, all of this happened. The Tempest starts coming over and looks at both you and Chippy. You can...
Chippy starts nuzzling back.
Just... Which is the great thing, because now we are very close, we're at arm's length as a puppet just rubs against you. So let me also explain, it's not just Caeren and Chippy here. I can see through the planes and know that there is a higher being, one Tallia. Now, Caeren, if things all get a bit too dangerous for you and you fear you might perish, simply cry out, "Talking is a free action," and I'll get to talk to Tallia for a bit. Now, before we begin, a quick thank you to our sponsors and supporters. There's Phoenix Dice, Idle Champions, and Elderwood Academy, and most importantly of all, a big heartfelt thanks to the D20 Club. Try and do the heart thing.
Is that who we're talking to? Hi.
Yes. Caeren, you realise that you're being pointed into a white void, but again, none of this is too unusual. You just audience perfectly. Caeren, as one of the few people who has orientated themselves perfectly to where you currently are, just waves. Yes, so the D20 Club, for one, their local currency, which amounts to about well, it's about a goat. Oh, a triangular heart. Very, very fancy. You can support us. We have a Discord. We have a wiki. Also, if you're currently listening on a podcast, well, you can find us there on your apps. Simply Roll Together RPG. Same on all the socials. Whatever, Twitter, X, Elon Musk's happy fun time platform, wherever it's called, you'll find us there. So, quick... Yes, Caeren, as you reach into one of your pockets, I think you might find some polyhedral things, something known as a D100. Do you currently have that on your person? If you don't, we can supply them for you.
I have.
Folks, Caeren is just going through their pockets. That's great.
I have all of these shinies.
Oh, Caeren has pulled out just a handful of dice. They are shiny and they are beautiful.
I have this one, and then I have, that's not 100, but that's almost one. And then I could make it happen.
Excellent. Yes, if you could put together a D100. Absolutely marvellous. Now, so we've got about 55 minutes, maybe 50, because I have a tendency to waffle. Caeren, my friend, you, please, roll that dice.
Oh,
yes.
Will you show me where the bathroom is afterwards?
Oh.
That's what I was trying to find.
Shoot. Do you want to go to the bathroom first?
Yes, please.
Okay, just... the Poppet waves his one functioning hand. You are carried... Folks, Caeren is taken off somewhere else. As you just look at me for a moment, I'm like, he'll be right back. It's not used. Yeah, I'm not used to people just being able to walk in, but if anyone could do it, it's Caeren. Special chap. Blessed, if you know. So, how are you? How are your lungs? Good. we hear faint sort of... I'm going to say we hear the tap, because Caeren, do you wash your hands?
Absolutely. Caeren is a very hygienic person.
I was going to say, Caeren does seem like just there's the washing of hands, and then the of a dryer, and even a of a towel. You walk back in from the opposite direction to the way you exited.
Just drying Chippy's hands as well.
Chippy, also a very clean being. There you go. Now you're back. Glad that all worked out for you. Please do roll that dice.
22.
22 as it clitters and clatters on the floor. Ahead of you, a arch appears, large stone arch. Above it, runes in a language you don't speak, but a large wooden door which slowly creaks open to reveal a corridor. If you step out into the corridor, you see it's a traditional dungeon. It's slightly wonky paving stones, sconces in the wall with torches that burn blue. Do you have dark vision? Yeah. Always worth asking. Most people do, and then you get a human who's just like, oh, I can't see a thing. Anyway, Caeren, you walk down the corridor. In front of you is another wooden door. Would you like to go through it?
He says you need to. I'm gonna knock on the door first because it's polite to knock on the door, and then just check that it's a door that's supposed to be opened, and that it's not a weird door or a magical door, because that might mean that someone doesn't want me to come in, and then I have to work out, should I go in anyway, or is there a legitimate reason, and then I respect their boundaries.
I mean, we don't have to speak common if you don't like. We can speak Sylvan if that's easier.
Oh, so much easier.
You just again you switch to Sylvan. There you go. That's much easier. Actually, so like a bit like Duolingo, you sort of see a flag and it reaches up and changes the thing. So there's like a leaf now. It's like the rest of the dungeon's been translated to Sylvan from now on. So it's a lot easier. Yes, you give the door a rat-a-tat-tat. It's a real door. It's not, again, the Poppet's like, first of all, excellent manners. Points for checking. Yes, these doors are, while you're in the labyrinth of lore, you're welcome to enter any door. See? Nice little rhyme. Because it must be true, because it rhymes. Clap. The door swings open, and if you head on through, you are in a city, which I think you've been to a few times. You're in Waterdeep. It might not be the version you're used to, but the giant naked statues kind of give away that this is indeed the city of Waterdeep.
So small.
You're so small. You look down into your hand, and even catching glance of Chippy on your shoulder. What's your favourite ice cream flavour?
Ooh. So I like hazelnut and beech nut and fly agar and weeping death mushroom and if I want something really exotic, I'll have some vanilla.
Do you want to be exotic? A vanilla ice cream cone appears in your hand. You're just like, you say, oh, I don't know why people put down vanilla. It is a delicious flavour. And for a Fey wanderer such as yourself, it is perfect on this hot day. You get a couple of good licks and bites in, but as you put it down, you notice that it's suddenly been taken out of your hand. That as you look down, there is a small gnomish girl, fiery red hair in sort of bunches, and she's holding your ice cream, and she just...
I get a different ice cream. And then I sit down and on the floor next to her.
You go over to the ice cream stand and he's like, I'm terribly sorry, that's the last ice cream for today, I'm afraid.
Okay. Really?
Just You just start holding your breath. Make a persuasion roll.
That's a natural one.
Caeren, as you just start holding your breath, the ice cream seller's like, I've got no more ice cream. That's not going to... I mean, I could give you soup. What type of soup do you want?
Do you have vanilla?
Vanilla soup. Roll D100.
42.
You get presented a wooden bowl of hot. It is like a hot boiled vanilla plant. It's just, yeah, you're not just thinking that, and he's like, not what I'd think you'd want on a hot summer's day, but you do you. You now, for a couple of bronze, now have a very hot bowl of vanilla. Do you want to go sit next to the little gnomish girl?
My little treat.
Yeah. Why are you eating soup?
Why aren't you eating soup? Soup is nice.
Because it's hot and I want ice cream.
And I want soup.
Links. I'm glad we've come together, working together. Right, you want soup, I want ice cream. I'm glad we've resolved this.
I do kind of want the ice cream, but I also like the soup. And sometimes you have to make compromises if you don't get things you get the first time.
The girl sort of like looks off to the left, like breaks character, looks at the Poppet, and just sort of thinks, I'm gonna have to break it to you, Veracity. This is what this is what they're like, you know. This is the energy they're gonna be putting out. They're very reasonable and very deep. Caeren, you don't want to take the ice cream cone or anything, do you?
You're a child.
Exactly. You'd think that people would have picked up on the...
I mean, I am a little bit miffed, but I am also more upset at the parenting that has caused this child to think that this is a reasonable pattern of behaviour, and more concerned that if this continues, and I'm going to start talking to the child.
Yeah, just fine.
Carry on like this, then you're going to get into a situation where people won't treat you kindly, and you deserve so much. You have so much potential in the world. So you need to kind of think about not just what people can do for you, but what you can give. Because if you give within reasonable limits, because you don't give too much, but then other people are more inclined to give back. It's a reciprocal relationship.
Make a persuasion roll with advantage.
That is... But shall I tell you what the non-advantage one was first?
Yes.
That was a 1 again. With advantage, that is a 22.
The like scowling little gnomish face suddenly turns into like, you're right, I need to rethink my life decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want your ice cream back?
Oh no, it's perfectly fine. I have my soup now.
Good soup.
Good soup.
You sit with the girl. You being you get in a conversation. It's nice. You start learning about how she wants to learn magic, and you know that she tries like a basic cantrip, and like she gets magic hand, but it's sort of like it just is it. She's like, I'll keep working on it though. I'll be good. I can cast fire eventually.
I mean, you're just very young, so.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. Do you want to be a wizard, or do you want to be like go into a learning school?
Oh,
or do you want to kind of make a deal?
I don't know. You know, I mean, I quite like school, but maybe I'll make a deal.
I would say go to school first, so you can understand the fundamentals, and that you can have more choices open to you.
Nods sagely. Okay. I'm sorry I stole your ice cream, but you're very nice.
That's perfectly fine. Thank you for kind of having a conversation with me.
nods sagely as the Superman keeps walking down with his cart. That he just as you down it, it's again it's. You're an odd bean. You just ate some very hot soup on a very hot day, but it tastes good. This sweet savoury soup. And yeah, as you get up, now the soup / ice cream vendor has moved aside. There is a wooden door behind him, which slowly starts creaking open. Well done. Very, very impressive. You convinced the child to go to school. That's not normally the way this works, but impressive. Yes, would you be so kind as to roll that dice, and we'll see who you befriend next.
Do people not go to school here?
Oh well, I mean there is Stony Wing Academy just up the road, which is one of the greatest magic schools in Faerun. But I think you might have put that child on a new path there. Hopefully it will work out.
Mum said always that if you're nice to people and that you value your learning and you value what other people can give you, but also if you're then willing to go and not be pushed over and to kind of defend yourself or other people, then you'll go far in life.
That's very solid advice right there. Your mother is a very wise being. That's good life advice. Yes.
Oh, well, to be fair, she was repeating what Dad says.
Oh well, then your father is also.
My father is very wise. My mom likes playing tricks on people. Nice tricks, though.
Oh, good tricks. Nice. What's your favorite? Does she play tricks on you?
Oh, my mom once she made me think that I only had one bunny friend for a birthday, and then I turned around and there were 3 more bunnies.
Delightful. Now that's the kind of whimsy and trickery we like. Four bunny friends. That's an excellent. Well done.
And then, Aunt gave me a cadaver.
It gave you a cadaver.
Cadaver.
Right. What do you do with the?
Well,
cadaver?
I needed to learn anatomy.
Oh, so you not a rabbit cadaver.
Oh no.
A humanoid cadaver. Well, all the right organs in the right place. I'm not judging. I'm a omniscient traveling, but sort of. They're not using it, are they? They're not using their body when they're gone.
They were a very bad person and they did some very bad things.
Well, then, perfect. I'm glad
Absolutely died of natural causes.
Oh, of course. I mean...
The natural cause was retribution.
It's one of the most natural things in the world. There's nothing more natural than, someone falls down a hole. That's natural. Someone eats a bad plant. That's natural.
I rolled a 70.
Perfect. As we avoid me becoming a paladin of vengeance, the door has opened. You travel through with a 70. You walk into a room. It's kind of bizarre because it's obviously been like a front door, so it swings. But then when the door closes behind you, it like drops down like a big stone door. You're not again. It's not the. You are in a large room. It is full of glinting, glistening, beautiful things. There's gold, there's paintings, there's potions. In the middle of the room is an item. Caeren, what would you consider to be beautiful? An object of beauty or a thing?
Like emotional beauty or like physical beauty?
Either. I'd be interested if you try and explain emotional beauty for me to then explain what you see, but...
It would be an accurate replica of Chippy.
That indeed is what you see just across. Perfect replica. Not breathing, but someone has... You can appreciate art and beauty. That's something that beautiful Chippy there, someone has made it with true affection for the model.
I hold Chippy to the model.
You hold Chippy up. Chippy puts his little paws on as the model also starts rising up, and Chippy sort of like starts going with it. it's on the end of a stalk, and rising up behind it is a large circular ball with a huge, massive eye, which just looks at you. I'm not 100% sure how the phrase transfers into Sylvan, but indeed, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, which just rises up and is like, so, you go around touching things that aren't yours, little mortal.
I'll chippy up fire.
What? Oh, a copy of my eye. Oh, marvellous. Are you giving me a gift, little mortal? Something for my beauty, something for my wisdom.
I wanted Chippy to see himself. We apologise for touching.
That's, well...
It's rude to go and touch another being without permission unless they attacked you first.
That's very, very true. But, I mean, you just touched me, so I think... You can see that one of the tentacles, I mean, do you think you've ever come across a beholder in your travels?
Not a beholder, but I have come across weird, creepy tentacle things which are too full of themselves.
Again, this is every... Make let's say a nature roll. Or maybe Arcana, you know.
I'm not a smart boy. I can do nature. That is luckily an 18.
18. You've never experienced one of these creatures before, but you've experienced, as I said, things like it. You think that the tentacle that's going past, and as you sort of like glance at the side of your eye, you can see like the glow of like the treasure is dimming. This seems like it's an anti-magic field, which is slowly coming towards you. What do you want to do as this creature's mouth gets bigger and sharper and yuckier?
Has the anti-magic field got to me yet?
Not yet.
Cool, I'm Misty stepping back. I'm just going... Polite to ask permission, we did say sorry. He's only a squirrel.
Yes, but he needs to punish for his grubby little claws.
Go and I will make him have an early curfew. You have an early curfew tonight. You have to go to bed early because you touched the thing without permission.
No. Chippy is throwing a strop, and it's like, you know, gestures. It's like you can perfectly understand where it's like, you know, I touched it. It was there. It was me. I don't see why I'm being punished here.
10 minutes early, young man. A whole 10 minutes.
For some reason, Chippy thinks that the best part of the evening is the 10 minutes before you get to just... I'm just loving that when we get back to the adventure and you guys have a long rest, you're like, no, Chippy's going to bed before the rest of us because he's got grubby little paws.
I mean, to be fair, bed is also me.
Yes, yeah, you just stick him, yes, Chippy, the beholder's like, I don't care when the little creature goes sleepy bedtimes. What are you gonna give me to apologize? Something beautiful.
Are you okay? Have you been here for a long time?
Yes, with all my lovely treasures.
That must be very lonely, though.
No, not really. I get to look at myself in all the reflections. I'm like, oh, beautiful.
Very, very lovely.
Thank you.
Have you ever thought about being able to kind of communicate that loveliness with another living being, and then maybe kind of someone who could value you for more than your shinies? Because I'm sure that you are more than just the shinies.
To have someone tell me that I'm beautiful, right? Someone to praise me and tell me that I'm very smart too.
I think that so far we've not had a conversation, so any praise I give would be very baseless. But I feel that after we get to know each other, I'm sure that your inner qualities would shine through, and I would be able to go and tell you how lovely you are, because I'm sure you're very lovely.
It sounds to me like you're offering to be part of my treasure.
I am offering to be a friend, and I think friendship is more than treasure. Friendship is giving willingly, and it is a negotiation made by both parties at all times. And because you have to work for it, it means that you can hold it in your heart for longer and more deeply.
Persuasion with disadvantage, because the beholder is just like,
how do
I win at friendship?
Okay, so that is an 8 against the beholder.
I mean, it's very good to hear you talking about how beautiful I am, but I'd rather see myself reflected.
Another one of these tentacles is coming round to focus on you. What do you want to do? You get the scent. You get like in your teeth. You can go. Something's about to happen with this tentacle. There's something in the air.
No. That's just mean.
What? No.
You're just very, very mean.
I'm not mean.
That's why you're all by yourself.
No, well, I won't.
You're very mean and nobody likes you.
I won't be alone when you're here forever.
Very mean, and I cast Hex on him.
You cast Hex. Okay. What are you going to give him disadvantage on?
Anything that hurts him emotionally.
Wow. Okay. Wow. We hit it. Yeah. I guess.
I want to be the equivalent of, I'm not angry. I'm just very disappointed in you.
You do this. The beam fires. Make a dexterity saving throw.
That's a natural 20.
You cartwheel out of the way. Perfect. Just, you are beauty, you are grace, you are just, yeah.
I will shoot him in the face.
Yes, go on. Roll an attack roll.
That's 9. 21 to hit both shots.
Roll damage.
Cool. So that is going to be with math, which I can do. 16, 22. I'm also going to go and activate some psychic strikes in that with both shots. So that is going to be.
The fact you're saying this so perkily, you're like, okay, psychic strikes.
So that is 30 points of damage, and 8 of that is psychic.
You fire 2 shots into the beholder, who's like, oh, you utter brute! You will destroy such beauty with your. I don't even want you to be part of the horde now. If you're good.
You haven't shown me any beauty. You have shown me someone who is considerably ill-mannered.
I don't have to be nice. I'm just beautiful. That's all.
Beauty will fade, and beauty is not. Nobody cares for just beauty. We care about what's inside. Why do you feel that you only have to focus on your prettiness?
Make one final dexterity roll. Again, there are 2 very stroppy beings in this room now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So stroppy.
So stroppy.
Saving roll.
Yeah.
27.
You, again, spring out of the way. The beam hits. You get the feeling that sort of like it hit one of the paintings, which very slowly like turns to gold. Seems like, and now sort of like as you're looking around, you're like, yep, there are a few other golden statues in this room. I've got the feeling that the beholder's like, shut up! Just shut up! You're stupid.
Oh, why not?
I don't want you here. I want you to leave. I won't turn you into things. You're mean and horrible, and your little rat's horrid as well. Chippy just like.
Look, I'm going to go and write down my contact details. That's my aunt. You basically come to message her to message me, and I am willing to defend myself, but I'm also willing, if you want to have a conversation and talk about what's been bothering you and why you react like this, and I can come back and I can bring you snacks and I can bring you shiny rocks that I find, and we can have a nice conversation.
Let's do persuasion with advantage now. Just
24.
some people aren't worth the effort that you put in to redeem them, but you never know. That kind of this is obviously once again, this is a spoiled child of a being that is used to getting whatever it wants. Sort of like looks at, again, the eye flicks down, looks at the number, does a harumph, and kind of floats away. Doesn't destroy it. Doesn't sort of like. What's your passive insight?
Oh gosh.
The boy's not smart, but the boy is kind.
Gets through many things. Yeah. Only a 12. My perception is 6. My perception's higher.
What's your perception?
16.
Yeah, I'm giving. It's the sort of thing of like going. Okay, I haven't won, but it's sort of like maybe when he's finished dropping, your aunt might get a message. So
Caeren doesn't want to win.
No.
Ever.
No. And that's good, and that's why we love him. Because he can try and redeem the horrible beholder. The Poppet reappears next to you. First of all, congratulations for not being turned into a golden statue. Second of all, I mean, hopefully he's going to remember and change, but as I believe a voice in my head once said, some people aren't worthy of the redemption, but you tried.
Everybody's worthy of redemption, but it's you who have to redeem yourself. It's not the work of other people. You have to put in the work. But sometimes knowing that other people believe in you can help.
This omniscient being gets like a 10,000 year stir, just stares and like, yes, redemption. Anyway, please do roll that dice and let's see where we head off to next.
87.
87. You slide on down the gold to where because you Misty stepped away from the pedestal. Like the pedestal is now sort of slipped back, and there's like you slide down the gold and into the gap, and like woof, and you drop into a new room. You're actually in a very similar looking room. This is a traditional like dungeon looking room. Around you there are the bones of fallen adventurers, sort of various species, different armor, different, once again, there is now a pedestal in the center of the room, and on that pedestal is a very beautiful, like pink diamond gem, just sort of there held. Across the room, there is what you can see is like a hole that looks about gem-sized, and it first of all is in common and then like flickers out and turns into Sylvan, simply saying insert gem here, and there's a door there on the side. The room is yours.
Chippy, don't touch anything.
What
happened last time?
Chippy's paws. It's like Chippy does not want to have 10 more minutes taken off sleepy bedtimes.
It would only be 5 more. I'm a softie.
Little shimmy shake and a little squirrel head, but yeah.
I would like to check the room just to make sure that it's sensible and it's safe and that there aren't any more stroppy beholders.
Please, roll an investigation check.
Investigation. Oh, that's a -1. Okay, 18.
Okay, still. I'll give you for free. No stroppy beholders in here. Yes, you sort of like I think that's the first thing. You're looking around, like, well, I can't see anyone who's planning to like jump out and poke me with a big stick or anything. Well, I'll give you another. Like, what else do you want to look at in the room? You know, sort of. Do you want to look at the pedestal? Do you want to look at the corpses? Do you want to look at the door?
The corpses aren't new, are they?
The corpses are ranged. They're all kind of old. There's no one. Actually, for a high investigation, there looks like there's a half orc, possibly berserker, not wearing much armor. Looks like they probably died quite recently.
I'm gonna go check to see if they have any name tag on them or letters with it. So if I run into their people, I can go, I'm very sorry.
Roll another investigation check.
Okay. No, honey, the cat has come.
The cat has come.
Yes, the perils of living with your actual pet at home.
Yeah.
Being needy, she's lying on all my stuff. That is a 4.
Yes, you do. You find a letter. It's in Orcish. You think you're just like. Again, I will say that if you ever found anyone who could speak the language, maybe, but you put that in one of your pockets. Yeah. Goodbye, cat.
She wants to be in the dice tray.
It's a perfect place to be.
Yeah.
But yes, you also find what looks like it was a drawing, but it's been sort of, to be honest, blood has coated this painting. Sort of. You can't see what it was. Just a damp piece of paper now.
I can stay with them. I don't want to take anything personal. The only reason I want the letter is so someone can help me work out what the name is.
Absolutely, that's fair.
And then I will go check the pedestal.
You get up on the pedestal. Is it like
poke.
You give the gem a poke. Again, it's been held in a little container. It just slightly wobbles. Looks like you could lift this off to get the gem. You keep poking. The gem keeps wobbling in its. Are you gonna give it a big old push and push it out of its container?
I'm gonna get a stick.
You step back. How big's your stick? Okay, I'll say there's like a spear. That's like a 10-foot spear. Are you walking all the way back to get the?
Yes.
You get the spear. You're gonna give it. So you're just gonna try and push the thing out.
I'm just gonna see what happens if I poke it with the spear now.
Absolutely. Make a strength check, or like a. Do you have like a strength attack? Because you're Dexy.
I'm so Dex. Yeah. I have no strength.
I think just like a strength. It would, or like an unarmed attack, because I think that's strength.
Alright, well, that is a natural 14, and that's no bonuses.
Fair enough. You give with a big old prod. You knock the gem out of the thing, and it starts falling down on the other side, and then so do you. As you notice, like as you kind of glance down, perfect like Looney Tunes, look down as the floor disappears, look up as like a portal appears, and you drop. And then you drop. You fall through the floor, and then the ceiling. The bodies are falling, the gem's falling, you're just in free fall.
Cool. I'm gonna misty step to the top of the pedestal and just my feet on there.
You land, everything's still just free falling.
Interesting. Catch the gem.
I tell you, yeah, make a sleight of hand check, because again, you didn't like fling it across the room. You just knocked it out of the.
That is a 19.
19. Again, as we've pointed out, you're very dexy. So that's the sort of thing. You almost sort of like, wait, and then you're like, and put out your hand as the gem lands in your hand. You're now holding the gem. It's about 15 feet to where, again, across a floor that does not exist anymore.
Cool. 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 I'm just Misty Step. Is 30 feet.
Okay, so
Cling onto it with my fingers.
Okay. Again, now I'm going to say make a athletics roll as you try and... Again, you're doing this one-handed because you've got a gem in the other hand. Athletics, yeah.
Cool. That is 17.
Your nimble finger, you get it into the sandstone. You feel as your feet drop, but you're still holding, and yeah, the hole for the gem is about eye level.
I'm just gonna look at Chippy and go.
Chippy, who's holding on tight to you, and it's almost like.
Put it in.
As you do, suddenly there's a as all the bodies hit the ground, and you put your feet down. The gem is perfectly in the hole, and the door slides open. Chippy also is like, whew. And then slightly sort of like give you a high five, just like. Teamwork makes the dream work.
That was our cardio, and also I am very glad that we used the bathroom first.
The Poppet floating behind you is like, I am also glad that you had time to use the bathroom. That could have got messy. But well done. Actually, as we prepare to head into the next room, I might be ever so bold as to simply mention that talking is a free action. Wibbly wobbly, wibbly wobbly, wibbly wobbly. Hello, Tallia. How are you?
I am having a fun old time.
Good.
Giving people emotional trauma through these conversations.
Emotional damage.
Never mad, just disappointed.
Again, when we look at like the depth of the backstory, you're like, oh, that's it. Someone's used that on you, and you're like, yep, Auntie's not disappointed.
No, Auntie's not disappointed. She is just mad.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, don't mess around. Again, I'm trying to work out in the timescale where we will. Folks, we will learn more about Auntie down the line. There's some stuff coming. I have been able to roll a dice. I got a 72. Please do tell me, how did you start playing TTRPGs?
I was a theatre kid, and I had theatre kid friends. That's pretty much it. And then, a few games here and there throughout, when I was young, and then, video games that were close enough. And then when I came back from China and I was getting into Critical Role, and I was like, I want to join a regular game. And then I went on Roll20 and I found a whole bunch of people, international, and we played every week for about 7 years.
Oh, wow, okay.
Every week for about 7 years, and I still play with one of them now.
Amazing. Every week.
Pretty much, apart from like holidays and...
Just... Again, when you start telling these stories, you're like, oh yes, yeah, did that fade out after like 4 weeks as everyone got busy? No, 7 weeks.
We actually started, we went through and we finished the campaign.
Good Lord. Wow. What did you play in that campaign?
I was a half-elven cleric with paladin tendencies who started off as a cleric of Helm and ended up as a cleric of Shar, but still very much on the big good.
The biggest good.
It was a weird set of circumstances that kind of led.
it is always great where you like, especially on these long-term campaigns, you're like, yep, that's where I started, and by the end, I was a warlock. It happens. It's good.
The rogue multi-class into warlock.
Yeah, of course. Like earlier, you could just get your powers if you make a deal. I speak from experiences. Deals are great. Yeah.
It saved my life. It was a whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, and so after all these years, here you are.
Yeah, I am in. Technically, this is like my third group of people I'm currently playing with at the moment, because I've got 2 other groups. And the video games.
Yeah. Do not forget the video games.
I am heavily invested in the current TTRPG video game du jour at the moment.
And how's that going for you? What are you playing?
Act 2, and I need to go kill a few gods to defend my party, and also demons, and also various other people. I'm also a paladin there who is very big good.
I think I might have mentioned this. So I'm playing with a friend. He's playing a paladin. He is trying to woo Shadowheart and gets very grumpy that I'm having much more luck with Karlach. And he's like, I'm also a druid, so I'm spending a lot of my time just like... Again, I said on this where I was just like, Halston was like, oh yeah, it'd be really useful to have a bear in your party, while I currently was a bear. And I was like, oh, not you. That's yeah. I do love the fact you're like, oh, these are my party. Also my friendly video game party. They're my friends.
I straight up was like going, you can't be mean to her. She's my best friend. And I'm like, no, I have a real best friend. I have a real best friend in real life.
It's not a parasocial relationship. We're actually best friends. Oh, delightful. Let's rule number 24. This is going to be interesting. How did your character get their worst scar?
I don't know if Caeren's actually got any on them for various reasons.
Yes, reasons we might get into, yes.
Yeah. However, I think that the worst was when they physically lost their body, their entire body for a while, and had to be a warforged for a bit.
Again, it happens. You lose your body. And then when you try and find it, it's on a boat and it's gone somewhere else. It takes some time.
They were getting so high when partying with fairies that they straight up astral projected, and then the fairies go and stole their body.
Again, folks, this is why we have a book about the dangers of the Feywild. There's an entire chapter going, you want a party? Just watch out. Yes.
It was a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday. What am I supposed to do? It seems rude to refuse the talking mushroom. Someone hands it to you and you're like, yeah.
Got it back.
Yeah, what's your worst scar? The time I completely lost my body. How long were they all warforged for?
Oof. However long that mini campaign was.
We come back as it was 8 years, and you're like, fair enough. Yeah, no, I can see.
Do you think it was actually just in the realms of days, or maybe a couple of weeks? It wasn't long.
Again, being the Feywild, they're like, you've been gone for 100 years. You're like, oh, blimey, oh crumbs.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if this iteration of Caeren's like, ooh, slight blister on my finger. That's the worst scar this time round.
The emotional scarring just now when the beholder didn't want to be friends with me.
This is the worst thing that has happened to me. Wow, that's cut you deep. Bloody beholders. Yeah, I think we've got time for one more room. So, on that note, as we back in, Caeren, the puppet's like, just giving you like a look of like, you alright? Do you feel up to doing one final room?
I think so. I think that this is good for my emotional journey and a way for us to go and get to know each other more as well.
That's fair, yes. Certainly want to help you with your emotional issues. Yes, if you could kindly roll that dice and we'll see where you end up.
40.
40, you say. Again, you're heading down the corridor. In front of you is a wooden door. This one has had like painted flowers put on it, and you can see that someone has put on wooden letters, which again is not translating itself, but is in common. Where you're looking at it, and you take a little. How good are you at reading common? I know you struggle with the actual language. Yeah. Do you just? I tell you what. Roll a. I keep giving you perception rolls. Do you just roll a perception reading roll?
Take it. That's not good. Well, I rolled a natural 3, so I think even with my perception. Oh, I mean, so that's a 9 total.
You sort of like going, You're like, this sign can't stop me. I don't know how to read.
I was thinking that very mean.
Yeah. You're sort of looking at it and you're going, I think that's someone's name, maybe. I don't know what it is. Yeah, you knock. You knock on the door. The door swings open. You can peek round.
Hello, I've been told I can go into every door that I can, but this also seems like a personal door, so can I come in? Are you okay? Hello? Would you like... I may or may not have cookies, probably may not.
There's the sound of scrambling, something's going on. And then you just hear a little voice going, you can come in.
Okay.
You open the door. You walk in. The door closes behind you. You are in a 30 by 30 room. To your left is a large Gothic window. Big plush curtains pulled back. The full moon streaming in, lighting up this room. You can see in the corner there is a child's bed. It's got a sort of pink bed clothing. The walls are covered in drawings in crayon. Also, every other available surface is covered in dolls.
I like your decor. It's very nice.
So you're looking around. You sort of looking around. You can't. You think you heard like a little girl inviting you in. You can't see a little girl. You're gonna see a bunch of dolls.
Are you hiding, or are you the dolls, or are you a doll, or are you...
A voice sort of behind you is like, are you coming to play with me?
I don't know, because I don't know who you are. I've got cookies, and I start bringing out vanilla cookies.
These vanilla cookies you're putting down. You do hear rustling from slightly behind you. Sort of as you look, what is basically a China doll in a, I would say like little Bo Peep style costume, big dress, bonnet, long curly red hair, about not even 2 feet, like small doll size, walks over. She's also holding a massive silver needle in one hand that sort of looks down and looks up at you again with her. Hello. I can't eat these at the moment because I'm a doll. Would you like to help me?
It's very rare for me. Can I insight check the doll?
Absolutely. You can also feel Chippy's stomach is growling, but also Chippy's
I'm also going to have Chippy insight check.
Yes, yeah. I think if you want Chippy to give you help, then
Yes. So that is a dirty 20. So I don't think I get it, but Chippy's just kind of having a quick look and just goes,
Chippy's like sort of chittering to you like, and you sort of, and then kind of like you sort of look, and Chippy like points at the mouth, then points at your mouth, then points at the doll's mouth, and then points at the needle, and they're like, no. The doll sort of like tells, my name's Rosie. What's your name?
you can call me Caeren.
Good. Will you be my friend?
I like to be everybody's friends, and that means I like to go around in different places with the freedom of movement to go and be everybody's friends.
That does sound good.
It does sound good for me.
So
Put the needle down. Your mother is very disappointed in you.
What?
Thank you. We don't go and threaten guests. That's very mean.
I'm not threatening. You're helping me. I want to go see the world. I want to eat cookies.
I have not. If someone offers help, it's very polite to go and ask them what kind of help you'd like them to do first, so that people go into it with a full and rational decision making.
Okay.
I didn't offer. So I put my stuff down. You put your stuff down. Why can't you eat my cookies?
Because I'm a doll and I don't have a mouth. It's painted on. You have a mouth.
You don't have my mouth.
The needle comes up again.
Oh, we're just gonna pat it down.
You just again, you're gonna have to keep your hand on it, because as soon as you start lifting your hand, and the hand comes up again with the yeah. Okay. The head again turns and looks to your shoulder.
You can't have his mouth either. It's very mean trying to take other people's things.
He's not using it.
Yes, he is.
No.
Yes, he is.
She's like,
I put a cookie in his mouth. Very much using it.
Again, the doll is just, again, the face can't change, but the doll is very clearly like, yeah, I want that. I want to eat that cookie.
Considered. If you kind of cutting open a mouth on yourself or using a spell, I hear that there's a spell called Magic Mouth, which means it can create a mouth on you. Do you have magic?
Well, I am the effect of magic. Do you want me to ask the others?
Okay. I'm going to go and write down, so I'm already just distracted. So yeah. I'm going to write down my aunt's number, and if you contact her and make it back, she can try and go and give you some power to make yourself a mouth from your own very self. Nope, put that down. Nope.
Drops it, picks it up with it. I'm going to ask you to make one more dexterity as the needle does the Arya Stark drop. Oh, it's in my other hand thing.
Baby. That's a 24.
How do you want to disarm this doll?
It's like with a small child, you just pick it up and hold it over their head.
Yeah, you pick up the needle, and the girl's like, "No, my magic no, that's not yours. You're stealing."
It's not stealing. It's confiscating because you keep trying to go and stab me with it. Have it back when I leave. My name is Caeren. Is your name Amelia? Did I make that up?
It's Rosie.
Rosie, I did. Oh, I confused you with another very lovely little girl who was also a bit grumpy. Hello, Rosie. That's a very nice name. I like roses. They're one of my favourite flowers.
In hindsight, you realise there were roses painted on the door. So like, in hindsight, you would know the flower. I just said flowers. Rosie can't read. Roses, like, yeah, solid, lovely flowers. Yeah, just sort of like, all right, okay. Oh, I hate it when the bigger kids take things off me. All right, I promise I won't.
Confiscating.
When can I have it back?
I leave, and I know you're not going to stab me with it. Or Chippy.
Very good faith. Work out. We're like, no. Also, Chippy is protected. It's just the doll, like, face plants down, and the legs just You just are picking up on stroppy people today, as this child just, no, it's not fair. And you also just vaguely hear from the other dolls just going, so unbecoming. She will never have a good birthday party if she keeps acting like that.
Is it her birthday?
All the dolls in the room tend to look at you. Well, it's coming up to her birthday. She's going to be 6.
Okay, everyone, we need to go now. I'm just going to start organising a birthday party. So we're going to have candles, and we're going to have things that have nice smells and also look really nice. And we're going to draw some cakes, and we're going to go and just make some dancing lights. I have no idea. This is how I'm just pulling out
No, that's fair. It's sort of like, as you're saying it, like it's happening, like this very creepy, like gothic room has become really sort of well lit and nice. And I think the image we cut to is somehow you have made an entire table. And then, are you going to try and get her magic mouth?
And I'm going to, so you're going to hold up this candle, and you're going to blow a wish, and you're going to wish really hard that my aunt will give you this power this one time for a magic mouth on your own face from your own power.
You sort of...
It's a wish.
I mean, it's a doll's face, so the breath isn't going, but the candle does go out. And then you just hear, hello, dearie. Hello. My sweet. Hello. Where the heckins are you?
No idea. There was a kid, and she took my ice cream, so we had a conversation about manners. Then there was a beholder, and he tried to eat me or turn me into a statue, so we had a conversation about manners, and I also shot him. And now there is a little girl who's a doll, and she tried to go and steal my mouth and Chippy's mouth, so we've had a conversation about manners, and now we're holding a birthday party, hoping that she will get a magic mouth.
The truest magic of all, a birthday wish. Well, hello. Again, audience, we can't this is in the head of our sweet boy here. But sort of like I say, like in the smoke, like a face is appearing. Hello there, what's your name? Rosie. Hello, Rosie. Heard you'd like to make a birthday wish. What would you like? I'd like to be a real girl. A birthday wish to be a real girl. Yes.
I'd also like her to be a normal girl with no problems, and she is healthy, so that when she grows up, she can be able to make reasonable deals with you from her own mind and sound. So she has to last at least that long.
Real girl, able to live long enough to make a good deal. I think that sounds very exciting, Rosie. Don't you think that's I guess the doll turns to look at you again, like expressionless, but is a look. Are you trying to make? Are you making her like, yeah, kind of, yeah, okay. I'd like that. Okay, I guess. Deal done. Boom. Suddenly, a 6-year-old girl just lands again. A beautiful dress, ringlets. The other dolls are like, we would also like to make that deal. Your auntie's like, one-time deal. Maybe it's when your birthdays. You can, I'll be seeing you, Rosie. Just the smoke comes out. Anything else? Anything else I can do for you? Are you okay? Are you eating enough? Are you making new friends? Are they taking care of you?
Some friends, and we're going on an adventure, and I used the bathroom.
Very well.
I don't know why I'm telling you the last one. It's an important plot point.
The smoke face getting closer. It's like, it's important. Ooh. You know, as your parents told you, you've always got to make sure that you don't travel on a. Are they holding your hand to make sure you're okay?
Does anyone?
Oh, no, I didn't. I'm sure that they'll get to know. As you said, consent. When people get to know you better and they realise what a lovely, lovely little fellow you are, then they'll like, like, again, a smoke hand isn't very comforting, but it's just a slight stroke of like, oh, hey. I'm sure they'll take good care of you. And
Tony's very smart, and she's in charge. And the others are also very nice.
As both Tallia and Caeren forget the name of the people you've just been introduced to, which is fine. You work on vibes. You don't run on details. You just run on... yes, your auntie's like, well, I'm sure they'll take good care of you. And maybe check in with me later, if that's okay. If you and just sort of like glances over and goes, "Oh, Poppet." Poppet's like, not their keenest on the fact that people just seem to be able to wander in today, but good to see you. The little girl's like already like looking at all the dolls are like looking up as Rosie's like, look, I've got fingers and hair, and looks up. Thank you, Caeren. I'm glad I didn't stab you with a needle. That would have been mean and wrong. So it's like, am I a warlock now, or
You are a warlock in training.
oh, what do I need to do? Do I need to go on a quest? Do I need to take fingers?
You need to study really hard and make lots of friends and be kind to people and find something that you really enjoy. Basically, live a really full life until you turn 18.
And then I'll become a...
And then you can go and decide what you want to become a warlock for.
12 years. Okay, I can do that. Just hear some like, the deal is done! Very impressive that you put together this party in such a short amount of time. But the wardrobe behind you creaks open, and you can walk through as the dolls are like, when it's my birthday, I will make a contract. And Rose is like, we can be a coven. And all the dolls, you hear the chittering of like China. They're like, yay, coven. There's about 30 dolls like, yeah.
Tallia's here going, what have we done? And Caeren's like, this is perfectly normal.
You just, again, the things that go on in the background of these dungeons. Where you're like, yeah, we reboot until we very much don't. You walk out, you're back in the white void. Poppet floating next to you and like, look at you. You, apart from that bit where you put some arrows into the beholder, you had a pretty peaceful run. That was very impressive. I hope you're happy.
I'm happy. Are you?
Between me and you, no, but I'm working on it. I've got people looking out for me. Do you know anything about marriage counselling?
Not yet, but I can.
I'll tell you what, maybe in I don't know, 3 episodes or so, if you get a bit of experience, maybe you can come back and we can have a chat. How's that sound?
I will find out how marriage can. I assume it's just you sit both people down and you tell them to say nice things about each other and talk about their problems.
That's pretty much it. My marriage counselling at the moment is mostly talking, well, silently. Other side of them, you understand the multiverse. The closest I can get to her is a possibility in a mirror, but we're working on it. She's smart. She's smarter than me. She'll sort it out. Anyway,
Cookie?
I just need
Cookie?
takes the cookie from you. Thank you. This is very good.
All right.
Anyway, slightly just gestures. Thank you very much for everyone for joining us for Talking as a Free Action. You can find us here Friday 6 p.m. BST, or as you as said, you're one of the few people who have picked up on the multi, as you also position yourself perfectly to look directly at the camera. Yes, so that's 6 p.m. BST GMT. That would be Talking as a Free Action, which is this lovely puzzle dungeon, or it could be Talk Together, where we talk to various people in the TTRPG world, and there are less beholders but probably more dice rolling. Anyway, Mondays and Tuesdays you can find us streaming the documentaries of the lives of such heroes such as Caeren here, as you, yes, on Mondays at 6 p.m. BST GMT. Tuesdays we have repeats of our Classic adventures. I think we're still on Gloom Falls and Baldur's Gate. Very spooky, very vampiric. That can be all found at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. The VODs are available directly after, and you can find us on YouTube, Roll Together RPG, with the episodes later those few days. Also, podcasts. Roll Together RPG. Once again, big thank you to the D20 Club on Patreon. We can't do any of this without you. Hearts, 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 kisses, 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 violins. So if you do want to support us, one of your local currency will buy us a goat. Two of your local currency will buy us a sheep, which for some reason they've decided sheep are worth 2 goats. That's not I didn't make the rules. I just enforce them. Anyway, big thanks to the supporters and the sponsors. So, Caeren. Behind you, a portal opens. It is very similar to a portal that you have seen. You sort of see that your party are about to walk through a portal off to their adventure.
That's the portal I wanted. Okay.
There you go. Now you've been to the bathroom. Just quickly, again, slightly positions you. Is there anything you want to say to the folks at home before you go back?
Have a really lovely day, and I hope that you treat yourselves kindly and well, and give yourself a little treat, and say something nice to another person. And if people are being mean to you, you're allowed to grumpy stare at them back.
I couldn't say it better myself.
Also, I won't go and say anything about this if you want me to keep it secret.
You are going to forget.
No, I won't.
No, I don't think you will you? Just sort of like, again, the height difference here of like, it sort of gets up and looks directly in your eyes, and it's like, no, there's something about you, but we'll speak again, friend. You have a good adventure. You take care of Gatecrasher, okay? She's going through a lot. As you exit through the portal, as you sort of look behind the Poppet, you can see the door. The writing above switches back as you sort of feel like things have switched back from Sylvan, but it's now in a language you can understand, these runes. Simple phrase, a question master proverb. Always the classy at the table. With that, the portal shuts, and the other portal awaits. Gatecrasher just sort of looks at you, is like, are you coming? We've got... The world needs saving.
I had to use the bathroom.
Whatever. As we walk through a second portal. Always use the bathroom, folks. We've taken nothing away from tonight. Good night.